Good evening, Impulse. This is Encrypt coming to you from the Cathers family server. I just discovered that my new laptop has Movie Maker on it, so I thought I'd try giving you a video response to your question of what to name the cow farm. But first, I thought I'd give you a quick little tour of our family server. As you can see up there in the sky, we have the iron foundry built on top of the Space Needle. Actually, we built the Space Needle around the iron foundry after it was done. A quick little aside for you, thank you so much for the inspiration of your iron thing that was built off of Tango's idea. As you can see, I borrowed heavily from Tango's storage system. Right down here, through this little hidey hole, we've got your area. This was inspired by your 9x9 dropper system. It's working awesome, and I did build this tiny little room here as a nice little vault looking thing, and we're going to get to that in just a second. Over here we've got the item elevator that goes up to a sorting system. These are all iron blocks in these double chests. Lots and lots of iron blocks. This hall, my wife helped me build. And yes, she too is a Minecrafter. So we built that. We have plans of making a beautiful little garden, underground garden down there. And as you can see, this is all part of the vault system. These chests right here are all filled with sugarcane. Sugarcane from Impulse's sugarcane farm. Thank you so much for that. Of course, as you can see, I still need to come down here and finish decorating this. And banks, or vaults, always belong in what else but a bank. These were a couple of, in 1.7, these were infinite paper trades. So I wound up locking them away as tellers in the bank. And as you can see, that there's the bank building, that there's my humble abode. There's a staircase that goes down to Encrypt's evil lair. A video for another day. This one I'm proud of. I wound up making a bud switch for melon farms and for pumpkins, and they both go into hopper chains that feed into those double chests. That building over there is a horse timer. As you can see, this is part of the track. And if you noticed a change in some of the audio files, that would be because I didn't record sound, and so I'm doing that now. So here's one lane, here's another lane of the horse track. That's a reset, master reset, that's the start, and over there is the stop timers. And as you can see, and you actually just watch the timer go up, and you can get a rough estimate. It's an analog signal that's pulled off of that hopper right there, and you can actually look inside those hoppers to get more accurate timing once you're done. In here, the redstone is not neat or tight, but so that way you can actually see what's the exact number of items that flowed into the hopper. And we've got two sets of timing. I either use wheat for the long run, or I use eggs because it stacks up to 16 for the short run. And we keep them stored in these chests right here. I'm proud of this one. My wife and I built this bridge. She donated all the diamond blocks. I don't know where she got so many of them, but she was able to decorate in diamond. That road, by the way, that tunnel goes off to Sandy's Last Chance Ranch, where all the horses that I was going to just slaughter, she felt bad and actually joined the server so that way she could start Sandy's Last Chance Ranch and take all those horses. Over here around the paddock of unbroken horses and sheep for wool is the tree farm we're going to visit next. By the way, this texture pack is KOP by Nick with 5 nines from Germany. And here's the tree farm. Tango's design. This, by the way, is a tree farm that Tango built. Back on the Moonlight server. I got the idea from him. Of course, the cart system that he had us use was Bumpkus. I could never get it working properly, so actually down in there is your hopper drop-off system. Thank you very much for that. Here's your Nano Farm, and I love it. It's awesome. I've been waiting forever for a Nano Farm to come in. I have tons of bone meal. I did take some inspiration from Tango on decoration. And then this over here is Tango's cow farm, built faithfully. And what I wound up calling his on my server was, as you can see, the Cowinator 4000. And I called it the Cowinator 4000 because it had 4 spawning cells. So my first thought was we should call yours the Cowinator 1000 since it has 1 spawning cell. It's also a nano cow farm. So my thought was call it the Cowinator 1000 on the SMB server, and when you go and publish the tutorial on how to make it, you call it the Nano Cow Farm. Assuming, of course, I'm not being too presumptuous in making suggestions on what you name your tutorials. Well, that should be about it, I suppose. I'll wrap this video up. Oh, one last thing. Under the shadow of the Space Needle there is my Villager Trader Hall. I'm very proud of this. The Villager Trading Hall is Tango's design. And the Villager Breeder Cell is, of course, your design. I have to update it. I've got some problems with it. As you can see, not all the babies like to fall down into the chutes. And I actually created extra chutes all over the place to try and get them to fall down. Especially over here, because I tried getting them where the doorman villager is down there. They like to congregate on this side. So I thought having more open slots on this side would entice more to fall. It didn't. Periodically I have to go in there and slaughter all those guys. Right now I'm just trying to find librarians to increase all the books. You can see over here I've got tons and tons and tons of librarians ready to go out there. I've been testing them. So that's it. This is Encrypt coming to you from the Cathers Family server, and I hope to hear from you soon, and thank you again so much for your content. I can't wait to start watching Season 5 of Naked and Afraid. Been queuing them up so that way we can all sit down for dinner and watch them. So, again, thank you very much. This is Encrypt signing off. You have a good night. P.S. My wife said if you need instructions on breaking and riding a horse, you should contact her.